Welcome back. Thanks for joining me again here for another draft on Arena for Lord of the Rings. Let's jump in. Ooh, okay. Well, we're going to take a red card. Aramir is a human haste card, really great. Grishnok is an orc Amass card, really great. I think Grishnok is maybe a touch better than Aramir, but I haven't ever built the red-white human deck in draft yet, so I'm going to take Aramir and try and build a human deck. We'll see where it goes, but wouldn't mind a nice little aggro human deck here. Punished. Radagast the Brown is here. That is not a human, but it's also another card I have yet to get to do. I hear it can be quite good, but like I've also heard people just whiff on it a lot, so you don't get the value. Think how insane our start would have been with double Grishnok. That's just unfortunate. But we're just going to take Radagast and see if we can do either a Radagast or Aramir deck. Now into a Mahur. So it's never too late to jump into orcs, but man, double Grishnok into Mahur would have been the dream. But it's right to take Mahur now, even though we passed Grishnok twice. It's okay. Mouth Sauron is definitely the take. It does amass. We could go into Grixis. That would be good. But yeah. Serious regret we did not take double Grishnok. Gluck as well. Given our start, I'm going to take the Pathfinder. We have kind of a sloppy start. I'm not sure where I want to end up, but if I play green, I want Pathfinder. I mean, it's a decent start. Would it be better if we had double Grishnok over Aramir and Radagast? Yes. Yes, it would. But, you know, we didn't have a crystal ball. We didn't know we were going to get past. I think Orcish Medicine is quite good, and it does go with Mahur, and it's a decent trick if we end up playing black, so I'm going to take that over the Ambush. Gimli, Nasty End, or the Ent. I'm going to take the Ent. Another Mahur. I'm so sad we passed those Grishnoks. There's also a Faramir here, if we wanted to try and force like 5 color, but I think double Mahur is just more consistent, so it's better. Nothing really here. We could take the Rockets to be safe, or I could just take Draft Basin, or, you know, we could take the Morgul Knife Wound. It is removal in black, and yeah, it is playable, so let's just take the removal since we don't have any yet. You know what else we don't have? Any 3-drops here. No 3-drops is a little weird. But yeah, think how ridiculous that would be if both our 3-drops were Grishnoks. Oh well. Aramir's human deck was definitely not open. So it looks like Aramir's not going to happen. Shelob's Ambush here. Okay, there's the Great Hall Wield. That's actually a really good sign for us. I mean, besides our legendary cards, we have green-black base. All our red and all our blue are legendary, so we do have green-black start. We can take a Warg here now and keep with that, or we can take Eagles. We'll just take the Warg. But yeah, I mean, we have all of our non-legendary spells are in 2 colors, which is what you want to do when you're hedging bets off of splashes and different color possibilities. Stone for the collection. Second breakfast. Okay. Doors. Don't tempt me like this game. I actually do like doors. Could be interesting with Radagast. But I don't have a 3-drop, and there's Swarming of Moria here that goes really well with Mahur. So, let me make this deal with you. If Doors wheels, I'll play it. 100%. But I'm going to take Swarming. Ooh. We don't have a lot of fixing, but Gandalf can be strong. We don't have a lot of tempt, though. And what's the chance of us actually getting temp to come together, it's probably pretty low. Probably should just take the dwarf here or Mordor muster. The dwarf fills out our curve a little bit better, but the muster has more synergy with our deck. It's really curve filler over synergy. Maybe the dwarf will wheel and let's take the muster. Old Man Willow is very good, and we are playing a green-black base, it looks like, so that's the right take. Book's great. I mean, I'm so sorry there's fixing here that we're passing, but Mahur into Book is the dream. Strider's playable? Are we just slipping into Jund? Looks like we're Jund. I'm okay with Jund. For Jund, that's not terrible, but I don't think we're going to play it. Just take a spider. Yeah. Spider's the best card here for us. But yeah. Jund's good in this set. It's a good place to be. I mean, this won't trigger too much, but it's still a decent card. Aiken Brand is nice. It's a 3/3 that basically on ETB gives +1 at minimum to your whole army. It's nice. Could be good with all of the book synergies and stuff. I do want some more 3-drops. Shadowfax might be worth the splash, just like Mouth is maybe worth the splash. We have to pick up more fixing, but we do have quite a few creatures with power less than 3, so I think that's fine. Jund base maybe splashing blue, maybe splashing white. Haven't seen any Pathfinders. Lookout's the safe take, but we're not really scrying. We could try out the Basin. Never played with it. Pred. Seems kind of weak. Elves seems kind of weak. I think a second knife wound, though. That is decent since we're so light on removal. Doors and Rivalry did not come around, though. Great pack. Corbane, Smeagol. Perfect Jund pack, really. Foray of Orcs. Smite. Lash. What do you want here? I think Smeagol is the take. Corbane's tempting because of the Amass, but Smeagol's just too good. Perfect Jund legendary card here. Looks like we're pretty unlikely to need to splash. I think our Jund is just really good. Now we do have an even Jund mana base. So we do have black, red, and green plays throughout our curve. March is really good, but there's also a Claim the Precious here. We quite literally have almost no removal. We just have a knife wound. The other Rivalry didn't wheel, so I don't expect this one to. As much as I want this March to go with our captain, I think we probably need to take Claim the Precious here. Claim the Precious gives us a tempt to trigger Smeagol as well, so that's not bad. It's a little awkward that it's double black for our Jund deck, but I just need the removal, and it's premium removal. I don't think I can pass it. Into an Arwen. Okay. If we get enough fixing, I'm going to run Arwen. I might not run Shadowfax, but I'll run Arwen. Into an Aramir. Amazing top-end card for our deck. Fixing. Cool. I'm not even going to look at the rest of the pack. Fixing. Alright. Well, we have a Treasure from Swarming and 2 Great Halls. That means Arwen, technically, if we play 0 planes, would still have fixing for her. That's 3 sources. Shadowfax could maybe come in. I don't think I'll splash the blue. Well, maybe I might. It depends how much fixing we pick up. If we have, like, 3 Woes Pathfinders here in a row, it'd be possible. No fixing, but there's another Old Man Willow. Sweet. Yeah, this is looking very good. Very strong. I'm definitely going to be splashing Arwen, as is. Desperate Rescue looks good now that our creature quality is so high. Lancers for Temptation for Smeagol. It's probably better than a Haunt here. Also gives us an earlier red play to even out our mana base of Jund a little bit more. Black Breath is maybe. Okay, I'm going to take the Dwarf over the Relentless. Mainly because the Dwarf comes down one turn earlier. And we need another 3-drop. Spider, number 2 is a maybe. Revive this Shire is a maybe. Gift is a yes. Okay. I mean, we don't need Shadowfax with such good deck quality here. And we don't necessarily need the Mouth of Sauron either. I think we're just going to be Jund splashing just Arwen off of Jund. So, I don't think we're going to run any plains or any islands. So, that cleans us up to 40 cards. We're at 15 lands. We need to run one more land to get to 16, and then the Ent will be our 17th land, technically. I don't know, Strider. It's going to be a 4-drop. Probably like Strider the least out of all of my 4-drops. So, if we cut Strider, we can then run a completely even mana base of 5-5-5-2. With Forest, the 5th one being the Ent. So 5 mountains. 16 lands, 17 if you count the land cycler. 3 sources for Arwen, treasure plus 2 Great Halls. We got nice even distribution of our colors. Little bit less on the red, I think. Yeah, there's only 8 red. But that's okay. The creatures are 15. Good ratios. Okay removal, not great removal. But the card quality is just good. We're going to be able to outsmash people with this deck. Get too big. Too much power. Looks fun. Let's go. For those of you who watch the channel more consistently and enjoy my 3-color drafts, this is what I would refer to as a 3-color based draft. So this is a true 3-color deck. It's not a 2-color deck splashing. It's a true 3-color deck splashing a 4th color. Mulliganing, this hand's better. We need to draw into a red land, but I'm not too worried about it. Because we don't have a red land, I'm ditching the Lancers. And if we draw any land, we have a turn 3 Guardian, which is good enough to buy us some time. Double Mahur in hand is a little awkward. A mountain off the top would be ideal. Swamp works. There's the Guardian. We're still curving out, even though we're missing red. I do expect in the next, like, 3 draws to get a red land. Or at minimum, a spell we can cast off the land we do have. That's a miss. That's okay. I'm going to offer up Guardian here. Getting in for 4. Pass. There's our red land. As I told you, in the next 3 draws we'd get it. I think it's very possible they have a counter. So let's put out Mahur to get countered, since we have a second Mahur. Deceive the Messenger is fine. So we get at least to get a Ring Bearer here. I'm going to make it Mahur, since our Spire's just staying back to hold off the board. They are playing Grixis. Grand. You know what Spider's really bad against? Trample. Gift of Strands is pretty good though. But I think I just go into Book here with Mahur on board. It's just too good of a combo. And I think I'm just gonna chill. We're gonna take some damage from Grond. I don't think I'm gonna block it with my Death Toucher, since he's the only thing keeping the Nazgul at bay. Gift of Strands is a little awkward against Grixis because they probably have bounces. Fell Beast is a good card. That was like one of the worst cards they could have played there. That just wrecked us. That was a big deal. We needed our Orc to get big enough to block Grond. I'm gonna go ahead and trade for the Nazgul instead of Grond. What I was saying though is Gift of Strands is very awkward against Grixis because they do have so much bounce and ways to make you get rid of the enchantment, so kind of an awkward matchup for us. I'm gonna try and attack in with Strands. I'm not gonna have Aramir attacking in as well. Yeah, I wanted to hold up Gift. Now this is awkward. Aramir does have haste, but I'm putting him out on the board so that he can get the Menace trigger next turn. And we can cast out Strands. So, a little awkward to lose out on the haste value, but it's still a 4/4 for 4. With some upside. This Grond is going to hit us again. Go down to 10 at least. That's rough. I expect if they have removal, they'll play it this turn so that we don't have Menace. Mouth is quite good. No plan, huh? They have surrounded by orcs over there. It's a little awkward. This is not good. Okay. If I double block, lose a creature, I can't win. It's no way to win. If they have a trick and they blow me up and kill both my creatures with Death Touch, I definitely lose. How can I win? I can win with Mortar Muster into drawing a land into Gift of Strands. That might be my only out, because I'm just going to die to the Fell Beast in the air if I don't. Can't win fast enough otherwise. Okay, I mean, we got Fell Beast, basically, followed by Mouth and Grond. They had a good deck. I don't think we could have played that differently. And the one turn off didn't really make a big difference. I think we just got Fell Beast. Yeah. Gift is gonna fall too short. Still gonna do it. Just gotta show them. But this game is definitely over. Arwen was coming to save the day. I guess we would have had to draw on the Great Hall first, though, to cast it. It's unfortunate. Fell Beast is one of the best creatures in the set. And the reason why is it's a 4/4 flyer that kills something and makes food. It's pretty crazy. That life gain from the Fell Beast is what saved them there. That food token. If they didn't get that, they would have been dead. Just the perfect card. Nothing you can do. Let's keep playing. Our deck's great. I think that was just an opponent with a good draw. Good draw, good deck. Well played. Mythic opponent. Challenge accepted. This is a decent start hand. Needs to draw into a mountain, but Mahur into swarming into book. I mean, there's the mountain. Perfect. I'm glad we did not mulligan. Samwise is a good card. Okay. Ooh. We do have the swarming for the treasure to play Arwen, so we will see her hit the board here. That's really unfortunate. There goes our perfect setup. We're still going to do swarming to get Arwen online. The One Ring in a food deck. I just finished playing a spells deck with it. I said in the video that the food build was more commander than limited. So we'll see how this works out for them. I mean, maybe they're playing like a shower of arrows or something to get rid of it. We're gonna play Arwen right away. She's too good a value to have on the board. If they have a banish, so be it. So when I played with the ring, you know, commander, you can have infinite mana, basically. You can have infinite life gain. In limited, even with lots of food creation, it's very difficult to pay that 2 mana tax and keep pace. And also, green-white doesn't have a lot of cards that are really good, that are really cheap, that can keep pace with a ring. I think it's very likely this ring kills them before it wins the game. So, we'll see. We'll see how this goes for them. I'm actually really curious to see if their One Ring play pans out. I'm going to do Mortar Muster here and draw another card, see what we get. Airmir's great. If I book, my Orc is out of range. I think that's good. And since they have the ring, we just want to put pressure. I mean, there comes a point where they're going to have to take turns off just to gain life with their food and not add to the board even though they've drawn cards, so we'll see. They're thinking about whether they want to... Oh. Yeah, she loves pretty good. And that's kind of a problem. Not because it gets food, but because it kind of prevents us from attacking in the way I want to. I can knife wound it, though. And make them pay 2 extra life for the luxury of having it on the board. So then they would be taking 4 life every turn. It seems like a pretty big tax. Is that enough? I think so. I think I'm going to do that instead of adding to the board here. It makes our Menace a little bit weaker, but... I mean, it's the same as hitting them for 2 damage every turn. I don't think that's bad. We're going to sit tight. So they're down to 7. Okay. I don't think they can realistically add to the board and hold open enough life gain that they need for the upcoming turn. That's unfortunate. We do need to save our Orc here. Yeah, we do. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and give it Indestructible in life. Because what happens here is it doesn't die and we're gonna gain 7 off of this. Okay, they just drew more cards. So, I didn't necessarily want to use Arwen's Indestructible ability there, but the life gain was important and not giving them another food token was pretty good. In fact, now that we have a 3/3 and a 7/7, how far down can we get them on life with Aramir? We can... Oh man, it's so close. If they block wrong, we can force them to sack Shelob. They're gonna want to kill Arwen and get it. They want Arwen's ability off of the Shelob food token because they can give Indestructible one of their creatures. So I think what they're gonna do is they're gonna double block Arwen, which means we'll push enough damage with Aramir to get them to 2 life. And I don't know if they realize that they're going to have to sacrifice and exile Shelob if they block Arwen here and get greedy. So I think I'm going to take that line. I'm going to assume they're going to get greedy. They're going to go down to 2 life. The One Ring won't kill them. They're going to have to sack a bunch of food to stay alive, but they will have to be forced to exile Shelob here if they block Arwen with Shelob. Yep. They're doing it. They're biting. This is good. They have to block the 8/7 as well. That's also forced. Okay. This is great. I'll take this board clear any day at the moment. And they're going to be on the back foot. I mean, they can either add to the board or sack food, but they're not going to be able to offload their hand the way they want with that ring. So, they are going to get an Arwen, but here's the trigger. It goes on the stack before they can gain the life. So they held to gain the life for the ring. But Shelob's triggers first, and they will have to exile it. I had somebody do this against me the other day, and I don't know if it's like a glitch in Arena only, or if this is how it's supposed to play out. I'm actually not sure. But I was very disappointed I was not given the opportunity to pay the life for my creature, even though I had a way to gain life before that resolved. So, like I said, I'm not sure if they knew Arena was going to force them to sack Shelob, but I certainly knew it. We got rid of Shelob, and it's an exile. They can't even, like, Sam's Desperate rescue it, so I'm over the moon. And look how much mana they had to tap just for the ring not to kill them. Yeah. Perfect. And they're back down to 5, so they have to put a creature on the board here just to not die from Aramir. And this is why I think the spells deck with the One Ring is better. I mean, just look how many cards they're sitting with in their hand that they cannot put to the board fast enough to keep pace. And how much mana they have to use just to gain life to keep pace instead. It's just much better to go for an aggro burn deck with the One Ring than to go the food route. It's so much more risky to do the food route. Took is a great food card, but he's going to have to chump with it. Arwen, I guess, can give it Indestructible and Lifelink, which is a little annoying. Gift of Strands can get them down, but then they'll gain life off the Took. If I Gift of Strands the 1/1. So I don't think that's the right play. I'm going to attack in. They do have to block Aramir here. If they don't, Gift of Strands just wins. If they get greedy. Yep. Okay. That's fine. Probably just play out my Guardian this turn and then hold open the Medicine. Go up to 8. They go down to 5. Yeah, Gift of Strands is just 1 short. I can get them to 1, but that's it. It's a bummer. I mean, we're still applying pressure, and they're still in a pretty rough spot at 4 life. So, I'm still feeling very good. They're still going to have to use quite a bit of mana resources just to gain life to stop dying. Now, they do have 8 mana on the board, so I do expect them to be able to maybe double spell here plus hold open food. They only have 17 cards left in their deck. We've already seen all their scary ones, I think, like Shelob, Sam. I don't know how many more scary cards you can have in a deck. We'll see. And it's fine. They're gonna have to hold open the food, though. Yep. If they don't hold open the food, I think we have it. Okay, good. They were smart. So they're at 7. And then back down to 4. But then back up to 7 with Took. They don't block our 2 biggest things, we can win with Strands. We're still just 1 short. Okay. Let's Strands Aramir instead of getting greedy on the 1/1. Bow is fine. They'll be able to gain the life at the beginning of their upkeep, but it's going to be another mana tax, obviously. I think I want both of those. I want the land for the Ent, and then Pathfinder for Trample is going to be really good with our big creature. Yeah. 8/7 with Trample. 11 Trample. It's probably going to be pretty good. Let's keep both. Ring Bearer. I think we should just give it to a 1/1. Then we'll put out Lancers. If they attack in, I will block with Lancers so that my Ring Bearer can start looting. Them having Lifelink on Peregrine is what has kept them in this game because of my Arwen from Shelob. If they did not have all that life gain from Peregrine, blocking and stuff, and attacking in, I don't think they would still be alive. Probably thinking about drawing cards here. I imagine most cards in their hand are lands, as you tend to draw a lot of lands that you cannot offload. So they're going to take 4 damage per turn. They're at 12 cards. I've already played 2 removal spells. I'm sure they have at least 1 or 2 more that we need to work around. Sure, they're going to kill Aramir if they can. But our Ent is going to provide pretty good stabilization as well. If they have Hobbit Sting, they can't go that big unless they start putting down more creatures, so we'll see. Revive the Shire, okay. So they're trying to get bigger blockers. I'm not sure they can play out their Ent this turn. I'm not sure they can afford that, actually. It's too expensive. You need to, like, double or triple cast. There you go. There you go. So they're at 7, 10. These calculations are very difficult. They're at 10. Okay. They just sacrificed a ton of food to draw a card. That's good news for us. They must be searching for removal. So clearly they don't have the removal they want. I'm sure they have a Hobbit Sting, but sacrificing that many foods... Well, I guess they would be at 7 for a Hobbit Sting. Another Ent's Fury. Okay, that gained them life. That was actually a really good move for them. Do I attack in? I think I should with Orcish Medicine. I mean, there's huge blowout potential here. If they decide to double block or go for something bigger. That's fine. We'll just play out our Ent. Okay. They do get a turn here to offload because they're not going to have to tap to gain life this turn if they don't want to. But 4 damage every upkeep is quite a lot. And I'm at 30 life. I think it's going to be very difficult for them to close out this game. And I think if I sit back, there might be no way I can lose here. They're at 10 cards left, 10 turns. And they're losing 4 life a turn with me just sitting back and doing nothing. They get to make something bigger. And then, given my plan of maybe I mill them out, kind of want them to draw the extra 2 cards at the end of that saga. If at all possible. Took, though, getting as big as Aramir and having Lifelink is a little bit annoying. Yeah. That's what I was talking about, where they had the turn off where they could offload, but they only offloaded 2 creatures. That's still just not ideal for the way the ring wants to work. Pathfinder and hold open Orcish Medicine. I think we could still attack in if we wanted with Aramir. It's a force block. We could even attack in with the Ent, or we could just wait until we have trample and let them just take 1 life. No, it's bad to attack with all because they're going to gain 5 life. That gets them up to 10. The Took having lifelink is a real problem. We do more damage by not attacking in. In this situation. 10 cards left. Let's just sit and chill. This game's going to be a very long game. But they will die to their own ring. I'm determined that that will kill them. I'm surprised they're gaining life before even drawing cards to see what they got. And the thing is, like, at this point, their deck's so low on cards, I don't think they can even afford to draw more cards, even if they don't have what they want. Drawing 5 cards when you're down to, what, 9 now? It's no small feat. Yeah. And they almost don't want a ring bearer, because then they have to draw more cards as well. It's a forced loot. Whoever they choose as their ring bearer basically can never attack in. I think they're in a real pickle. Yeah, they have 9 cards left still. Tick really can't attack in. Eagles is a very good card. But, I mean, if they attack in, How much damage can they realistically do here? Plus now Peregrine Took can be blocked by Aramir. Oh, don't do it. Don't do it. They're at 8 cards. They obviously don't have what they want. Yeah. I'm going to double block and then give Indestructible to whoever they assign first. And Peregrine Took down, and that life gain is off the board. And that'll be huge headache gone. Plus, they can't punch Aramir anymore next turn. Their fall is a very sad fall. They can kill my Pathfinder, I suppose. But I don't even think they can punch the Ent or Aramir at this point. The fall. So, Took down is good. Alright. What a marathon of a game. I hate when I have to win this way. But you play the One Ring against me and you're doing a food token deck, it's gonna be very grindy. I can attack here if I want. Aramir and Ent are actually pretty safe attacks. With Pathfinder open to pump them up. They're kind of forced blocks here. So let's see what they do. I imagine they want Aramir gone, so they'll probably triple block it. And I don't care which 2 creatures I take. I'll trade 2 for 1 here. Okay. I want to take the Ent. The Ent and the Porter. Because like I said, they can't really afford to attack in with a Ring Bearer anyway. Yeah. We're going to take the 2 bigger ones. I don't think we want to push more damage. Okay. I like our board. They're most certainly going to punch the Pathfinder. But they only have 8 cards left in library. And I'm not sure how much more food creation they have. Okay. Still like our board. 7 cards left for them. I think it would be unwise for them to draw more cards at this point. That's strange. Giving up their life gain to make a big dog. That is quite the thing they're going for there. I don't even know if I should attack. I think I just pass. And we're just gonna mill. I don't think there's a good attack here. Seven cards, they're gonna go down to 6. Six turns to kill me before the ring kills you. At this point, they can only gain 6 more life, so they're on a 3-turn clock anyway. Two-turn clock now. They're gonna die to the ring before they're gonna get milled out. I wonder if they realize that and they're just gonna draw cards. Yeah. Okay. 1 card left in library. Can you kill me in 2 turns? If they do, I will be very surprised. Yeah. Good game. That was fun. That was different. That was a very long game. But that is why I do not believe in the food deck with the 1 ring. And that you pretty much should just force a hard spells deck in limited if you're going to play the 1 ring. There's just not enough time for you to offload your resources in any other color, and it just doesn't do well for you to stew and try and keep up with it. A lot of times it's just a slow losing battle like that, where you're always losing to the life loss from the ring. It's just happening so slowly. And they would have lost much faster if Peregrine Took didn't have Arwen's life gain ability. So that was pretty much inevitable for the ring to kill them there. And I don't think there was enough cards they could draw in the world to draw their way out of that life loss situation. This is a great start hand. I'm gonna lead on Lancers. Still gonna lead on Lancers. Spells decks. Let's hope they have a bad spells deck. Spider's fine. We're just gonna attack in first, though. Actually, I'm gonna play out Spider first, because if they have a counter, I want to see it. Grishnook. Okay. Let's go ahead and do Smeagol. And I could attack in here, but I think I'm just going to pass, because they're not going to block. There's no way they would be silly enough to block a Lancers when Smeagol's on the board. Yeah, Smite's fine. We can Radagast next turn. See if we can get some value off of Radagast. Be my first time ever playing Radagast on the board. Actually, maybe we just swarming here. Arwen's too good. Let's get swarming online, and then we'll be able to play out Arwen next turn with the treasure token. No attacks. Okay. They probably have a second revealed if they're doing that, So maybe we'll take a turn off here and draw a lot of cards. Not that that's a good thing for us. It's probably a very bad thing for us. Gandalf. Okay. We might need to use our treasure to play Claim the Precious. Oh, we drew a swamp. Perfect. We will not have to use our treasure to play Claim the Precious, but we are going to Claim the Precious plus Arwen this turn. Because I need to get Gandalf gone, because if they are playing a spells deck, I mean, I can't have them draw 6 cards off of a revealed. I can't have them kill 2 creatures, so Gandalf's just got to go. Too risky to keep around. I'm going to choose my Lancers as the Ring Bearer so it can start swinging in. And if they do attack in, I can choose a different Ring Bearer anyway. Arwen makes things very difficult for removal. Okay, let's Radagast. See what we get. Nothing. I actually really want to draw all those cards. Boo. Boo to Radagast. That was a sad Radagast. I'm gonna attack him for 2. That was the saddest Radagast I've ever seen in my life. Feels bad. I think I'm okay with that. Because now I get a Ring Bearer, level 2. I'm gonna pick Arwen, I think. Actually, maybe I should pick something else. Nah, Arwen's the right choice. There was some consideration to Radagast since he's a 2/5, but nah. With their board state, they could just block with everything. It'd be a bad choice. Alright, now we get to loot. But I think I'm just going to play out the Guardian. Yeah, and we hit 0 cards off Radagast again. This is ridiculous. I'm gonna ditch the Knife Rune. Let's see what we get. Land. I think I should actually keep the land so I can play out Ents and bigger creatures. So, like I said, I'm pretty much gonna ditch the Knife Wound in this situation. There's not a good target on the board for it. It's a very bad deck for Knife Wound. The land's going to be much more relevant for us. Oh. They must have a trick here. Yeah. Let's probably deceive the messenger. Yeah. We can save Radagast. He's not going to kill anything. We can save him. I think that's worthwhile. Because then they'll both have lifelink for the rest of the game. I think that's fine. Yeah, I'm okay with this. Looks good. (3/6) lifelinker against red-blue is probably pretty annoying. Do I have anything worth getting? Not really. We don't really need a ring bearer level 3. Let's attack in with Radagast and our Guardian. If they kill the Guardian, I'm just going to Sam's Desperate Rescue it back. And then we'll be at ring bearer level 4. And then we'll be pushing some real damage at that point. Yep. Some merit to doing it this turn, but there's also some merit just waiting. There we go. I was worried they would have a counter. I didn't want to run into it. So now that their mana's tapped, it's a bit safer. That's okay with me. I think we win pretty quickly here. We can probably even win before that saga finishes. Ditch the land. Okay. Mahur plus rescue plus Guardian is GG next turn. So let's do that. We're gonna go ahead and get the Guardian. And we're gonna give it to the 2/2, as it will push the most amount of damage. And then we'll just swing with all of it. If they want to trade for Arwen, so be it. I don't really care at this point. I have them dead on board. Let's go. I don't know of any spells that can get them out of this. They're gonna have to chain cast multiple spells here. And at 28 life, I mean, even if they did get the dragon, what's that gonna do? They're looting. Is that game? Okay. It's not good enough. You need to have like a rally here. And even then, you're still just kind of dead. The following turn. Okay. That was a pretty sad sanction. Yep. They're dead here. Alright. Cool deck. That was not a marathon game, thank goodness. Two and one. It's a good start hand. Can't play out my spider, but I can draw more cards with muster, and I can lead on Mahur. Be nice to rip a land off the top here, but if we don't, we have muster to get one. Hopefully 2 shots at it. I'm going to pay the 2 life here. Let's get a land. Come on. Wow. Wow. That was hard brick. Okay. We'll draw a land next turn, I'm sure of it. Odds are with us on that. I should probably pay the 2 life with Orcish Medicine in hand. Wow. I mean, what you can do? I guess I'll attack in here. That's fine. I'm actually still going to kill them. I'll let them block though. Thinking they have this. I'm gonna give them a 2/2 at the end of this and take their 2/1 off the board. Okay. Come on. Any color land. Off the top. I'm gonna decline this time. There's no reason for me to have him around. There's the land. Let's go. Awkwardly, we can just play out Spider. I'm gonna attack him first. We now have access to our 1 mana spell. Yes! We could Knife Wound as well if we wanted. I think I want to save it though. Actually, yeah. I mean, it would be mana efficient to play it, but I gotta think they're getting to 5 mana here, and they'll drop something better than a 2/2 orc. Probably. One more land, and we can play Radagast or Old Man Willow. Bane is annoying. We can now Knife Wound that orc. And in fact, I'm going to do it pre-combat. If they want to block, great. They won't lose the 2 life, but I want to try and push damage here. Okay. That was going to get us anyway. I'm glad they didn't Bitter, Downfall, Radagast, or Old Man Willow. Patrol is a bit annoying. Arwen's a good draw. If we don't get land, Arwen's at least, like, pretty stellar. Can't activate her ability this next turn, so it's a little awkward. But we can always just chump block with Arwen. They're gonna draw a card. I think that's wise. March is slightly problematic. We're paying 2 life. Jeez. Okay. So we just need to survive this mana screw. Our opponent only has 1 card left, so we're actually not in a terrible spot considering what's going on. We're gonna give Spider Indestructible here and kill off their orc, and I sure hope they did not draw. Oh, we don't have to do that. Okay, that's actually good for us. They're doing the combo with the patrol to just draw cards. I'm still gonna do this because I am gonna sack Arwen at the end of the turn. I can't continually pay 2 life anymore. It's just not worth it. So, that's a land. I'll attack in. We can claim the Precious after this if we need to. That's fine. It's a very, very, very aggressive ambush to get rid of my spider. I think I'm okay with that. In fact, I can go get the spider back if I want. Let's do that. Obviously, it was so annoying they wanted to ambush it for a reason. And then we can claim plus spider this next turn. Get rid of their patrol. They're 20 cards. The old saying is screw beats flood. There we go. Maybe I should just Radagast. Mahur's good. Spider or Lancer? Let's go with the Spider. Doubt we'll hit anything off of 1 mana anyway. Yeah, no. Okay. Claiming a spider. Just bounce. Oh, that's fine too. Wow, okay. I mean, as soon as I claim their patrol, they're in a really big world of hurt here. So I'm just gonna do that. And then play out Mahur, maybe. I guess I'll lead with the Mahur. See if they counter it or anything weird. Nope. Okay, let's go with claim. Let's go for it. Cool. Now we have a level 2 ring bearer and we can start looting. And all of our problems should be over. Yep. Okay. Let's start our comeback. I think Ikenbrand is pretty aggressive. Is it good here, or should we do Willow? I think we should do Willow. It's bigger. Lancers as well. And then we'll loot. Get rid of strands if we need to. Let's just get rid of the land. We're going to draw a lot of land. Because we were so mana screwed earlier, I expect to almost flood now. So I'm not worried about ditching the lands. Arrow Mirror as the follow-up is great. Are they going to concede here? Yeah. Okay. What can I say? It's good. Junda's good. Even when you get mana screwed, it's good. We pulled our way out of that one by doing just enough in the early game to stabilize and not lose. This is a great start hand. It's got our colors. A little slow to be turn 3 as the start, but I'm not too concerned. Playing out my mountain first, because if I draw into Mahur, I want to be able to cast it, and there it is. It's almost like I knew the game would do that to me. Let's just curve out. Guardian, and then we can go into Willow, and then Ikenbrand, or we can do Ikenbrand and then Willow. I don't think it really matters which way. Depends what they play here. No blocks. I intend on smacking you down. Pass. Well, I'm gonna go with Ikenbrand and hopefully we draw land into Aramir. Because the double human trigger would be just a ridiculous combo. That's fine. They do save 5 damage here, which is a lot. But they're not getting any value from the grave, so I'm okay with this. Menace becomes running bearer for sure. Land off the top would be gross. Basically makes Ikenbrand trigger twice this turn, and then once every turn after. Our opponents are just mana screwed. Well, we didn't get the dream, but we can still swing in. We can save it. I think I should. Menace is too good. 5/5 Menace is just better. Land and then book. Yeah, I was about to say land and book seems kind of perfect. We'll keep that. But they've had enough. Four wins. Need to draw a mountain, but I think it's keepable. It's kind of awkward. Our first play is going to be on turn 4 if we don't draw a mountain. There's the mountain anyway. Okay. Anyway, I was about to say it's a little awkward. And also having double Mahur is a little awkward. But if they counter it, good news for us, we have a second one. Blue-red again, and they did counter it. Unfortunately, they do get a tempt off that. I'm not exactly thrilled about that. They're already at level 2 on turn 3. It's crazy. Probably playing a Gandalf deck, I'd expect, with so much ring tempt. Quarrel's End, okay. Yeah, they're on the spells plan. That's a good draw. Let's just lead with Arwen while their mana is tapped. That's pretty good for us because it means they took the turn off. Book's a good draw, but I think we're going to start with Radagast and then go Mahur into Book. These are good picks. Finally a hit off of Radagast. World's first for me. I don't think it changes our play, but we'll see. I'm sure they're digging for a fiery inscription. If they have one, they'll lay it down here. What is the play? I've seen no burn. Bilbo. Maybe they're playing Temptation Creature, not Spells deck. It's looking more and more like they're just going for the tempt win rather than a burn win, which is good for me. Not a great haul. I think the play is still Mahur into Book, though. That's a bummer. I want both of those cards. Is there any point to attacking? No. Probably want to get Old Man Willow onto the board next turn for the Menace turn to follow. Quarrel's End, I like that. They're doing a lot of shifting through their deck. Four mana. 5 if you count the Survivor. Okay. They're obviously just trying to go wide for setup. Okay. That's okay with me. Okay. Alright. Yeah, I mean, they're kind of doing a spells deck, but kind of not. Aramir's pretty good, but it has haste. So I think we're better off just doing Willow and Pathfinder this turn. And then we'll play Aramir with haste out next turn. And we have so many legendaries on the board that... Yeah, I can attack here. We have so many legendaries on the board that we can probably force a second combat turn. Actually, we can force it, can't we? Oh. Oh, we can definitely force it. Oh, that's cheeky. Okay, you guys, I just saw the line. So Aramir comes out, right? And we're going to be attacking him with Menace. And we can have Old Man Willow, when he attacks, sack a legendary creature to force Aramir's trigger to trigger. And have a second combat turn and untap everything. It's going to be world first Aramir, you hear? Jund doing Jund things. This is a lot of damage. I don't think they can survive a double attack. No, they can't. Especially since the Menace is going to stay for both attacks. It's too much damage. They're going to have to do something really, really big here. They have to get rid of Willow. Oh, and we're going to gain a bajillion life with Arwen. It's going to be great. This deck is so good. I don't think they can burn 15 to my face this turn. They would have already done it if they could. Looks like a spells deck that fell just a little short on their build. Yeah. Like they either didn't get enough fiery inscriptions, or they didn't get enough burns, or their Gandalf sanction's not quite large enough. Whatever the reason is, we're still just going to do the Aramir. Have the Old Man Willow sack probably the captain. And I think I can just attack with all. I don't think that's bad. So, Mahur. And we can just kill their 2/2. Yeah, it did trigger good. There. They can only block one thing total. We can give Indestructible to whatever they block, so they can't even kill what they block, and then we just swing again. This is nasty. Yeah. Nasty stuff. We did it. That's a quick way to rank up. Nice Jund beat down. 5-1. Deck's good. Except for that first weird game where our opponent had a pretty good deck. We've done great. Oh, and the One Ring was really awkward too, but... I mean, Swarming of Moria casts Arwen. We're missing the Mountain yet again. It's like the Mountain is the one card we have to draw every single game, it seems. But I think I'm going to keep it. It's a little risky. It's just, we don't have any plays in hand, so it makes it very risky. Worst case scenario, I'll cycle the Generous Ent to get another play if we draw into another play that's an earlier green play. I'm just going to keep out playing lands. I mean, hopefully we can draw a red off the top. Would be great. Red, green from our opponent. Oh, they're playing Jund too. I approve. Jund approved. There's the red. Perfect. It always works out. I'm going to lead with Mahur to get more value off the swarming. I'm not in a rush to play out Arwen, and this way we can hold up the ambush if we need to. That's fine. I will ambush that. Yeah. Glad we decided to lead this way. Claim is a good draw. We're going to go into swarming. and start swinging in. I have some temptation to cycle off this Generous Ent. I kind of don't want to, though. It's a little risky not doing it, but I'm going to play a little greedy here. Okay, we'll be claiming that next turn, but they are going to get the 1/1 value and 5 damage in. It's a little annoying. I'm not going to block. That was a turn 4 Aramir, by the way. Glad we're holding off on the Ent. We're now just 1 mana away. I do want to double cast here, so I'm going to claim Aramir, and then we're going to cast out Arwen with the treasure token. Menace for Ringbearer is good. Let's attack in. Start beating them down a little bit faster, although they're Jund as well, so hopefully our splash card of Arwen gives us an edge over another Jund deck. I talk about this a lot as well in the comments of my videos that, you know, splashing cards has its risks for sure for your mana base, but that's where you're going to see really big power swings is when your splash hits the board against a mirror match and they don't have that splash card. So yeah, I mean, Arwen here versus a Nazgul can basically turn off the Nazgul's Death Touch. So it's very nice. We can hold up an Arwen and play Book. So I think the best thing to do here is just stay aggressive. We have such an advantage that I think we can just push. There's no way for them to block here and not lose the creatures they're blocking with. Because Arwen can give Indestructible however they decide to do this. So yeah, unless they have instant speed tempt here that I'm not aware of. I don't think there is one. Nazgul's down. Our Mahur lives. Everybody gets lifelink. We gain a bunch of life. They take 8 damage here. They're down to 4 with Book on the board, getting Menace later. Absolutely gross. Okay, Indestructible's fine. They're still down to 4. Okay. I mean, we can just wait for the Menace to arrive. Okay. That's actually not a good card for them in this situation. Land was a great draw for our Ent. I think it's safe to attack with Mahur, because if we kill their beast, it means they have 1 less blocker for Menace next turn. I imagine they'll double block. It's a forced block. We can attack with 8/8 as well. It's a double force block. We still win with Menace with just Arwen and Ent next turn anyway. It's a little aggressive, but I don't mind this. I guess we could have attacked in with Arwen as well. She would have been safe too here. That was a mistake. Oh, they're just quitting anyway. They realized that the Menace coming up next turn was going to be too much. But yeah, I should have attacked in with Arwen and brought them down to 1. It was forced that they blocked the other 2 creatures with everything they had. Good game. 6-1. Deck's great. Things are going well. Small attacking mistake by me by that last game, though. Sorry. It's fine. I'm a little annoyed we don't have a forest to cast our spider, but double willow's fine. Yep. We've got our mountains this game for the first time. That's good. There's the forest. Okay. Yeah. This game. It's really sus that they're not playing to the board. I mean, I don't have anything to play to the board even if I wanted to, but it's either really terrifying that they're not playing to the board or, yeah. They just have a bunch of 4 and 5 drop red-white. I think we just slammed the old man Willow. Hope it's good enough. They could have Fear Fire Foes here, would be really bad for us. But we do have another old man Willow to follow it up, so don't Fear Fire Foes me. Oof. That's good. That's fine. Club to my creature rather than face is something I will take every day. Let's go ahead and put down another Willow. They're still in Fear Fire Foes range, and that would be very bad because then we'd take 5. But I can't outpace the amount of mana they have over there. Flamesmith. Gimli. Okay, that's not Fear Fire Foes. It's very exciting. And we can double spell here as well. Let's go with Captain and Guardian, I think. Don't need to Sam's Desperate Rescue anything. If I attack in, what can I do here? I can sack Guardian, maybe. Kill their orc. Force them to double block. I would take 2 creatures. Any 2 they choose. I like that. I'm fine with that. We have Sam's Desperate Rescue anyway. Kill. Actually, the Flamesmith is better to kill here, isn't it? Let's choose Mahur as our ring bearer. And they don't have a good block here. I mean, they can kill our Willow for sure, but I'm going to take 2 of their creatures, no matter how they want to do this. And they have to lose Gimli, specifically. They can't just do Protector plus Orc. Yes. Our board state is better than yours for sure. And then we're just going to Sam's Desperate Rescue, back a Willow. And then they'll probably, like, just rage quit. This is fine. Get back a Willow. Level 2 Ring Bearer. Now we can loot away our land if we want. This is a tricky spot for them. Okay, Firebrand is a good spell against Mahur. Okay. Muster was a good draw. Let's do Old Man Willow. Actually, we can Muster first and still Willow. I want to see what I draw. Okay, land. Well, play out land and then we'll do Willow. Again, if they have Fear Fire Foes, that's not great for us. I can chip him for 1 here, can't I? Yeah. If they attack in, this will be highly sus, yeah. This is great. Let's just push a ton of damage here. Johned him out. We're doing it. I'm just gonna attack with everything. I Actually, just the Willow is fine this turn. We'll attack with everything next turn. World's End is good news. It means they didn't have anything. Oh, they discarded Second Breakfast, didn't they? Is that the card that I saw? I don't know. Yeah, it doesn't help you to have Second Breakfast if you don't have a lot of targets. They have a wide board state again. Congrats to them. And if I keep bricking on these lands, it's not good. Let's attack in with those two. If we kill one of their 1/1s here, then they have to lose their Protector if they want to block the Ekenbrand. Yep. Good trade. I just don't know how much card draw they can have. Yeah, well, the Firebrand's actually pretty good. They can loot here. Oops. I'm not sure what the oops means. Just attack in. Whether I attacked in for 9 or not did not matter. It's lethal either way. I'm just gonna hold the land because I'm out of range from my Fear Fire foes anyway with my Willow. Oops. Maybe they're just flooding. Is that what oops means? Yep. Good game. And that's a trophy for us. Jund deck trophy. Woo. Let's go. Deck was fantastic. Despite us not getting the double Grishnok at the start of the draft, we ended up in a fine spot. And it ended up just fine. Aramir even did some work in one game, so no regrets. Thanks for joining me, and I will see you next time for another draft.